Tonight, we decided to seek out the much-lauded and nationally renowned Brochu's family tradition. Tucked away in Savannah's Starland district, Brochu's was built into the former loading dock of a 1930s-era grocery store located on the corner of 40th and Bull. Recently named in the top 24 and 50 best new restaurants from both the New York Times and Bon Appetit magazine, this quaint little eatery is not only pulling in locals from across Savannah, but across the nation. Upon entering, the restaurant presents a humble, warmly lit single tavern-like room with a fully complemented bar in the rear and the buzz and murmur of an open kitchen to the right. Within minutes of our arrival at their 5 p.m. opening, this simple hideaway was alive with life, and throughout the next hour, seemingly a full house. A reservation may not be required, but it is highly recommended. Immediately, the waitstaff was incredibly attentive and super hospitable. We were given a full rundown of the menu and allowed to design our courses. The first order of business, one of their signature boat drinks, the Quality in Luxury Lounge. This vodka cooler hits you right away with a strong dose of sweetness up front, followed by the essence of pear, and leaves your palate with a dessert-like lingering of black currant. If you enjoy your drinks on the sweeter side, then I can't recommend this enough. If you prefer a more bitter build, you may want to skip this one. Next up, our appetizers arrive, starting with the chicken liver toast with caramelized onion mayo, spiced pecan, and a side of pepper mustard. Also, we try a half dozen raw oysters on the half shell, topped with a yuzu green peppercorn sauce. The bread of the chicken liver toast was crisp with a cracker-like crunch. The spiced pecan and caramelized onion mayo mixture stood most prominent, with just a hint of that earthy, metallic livery tang poking through. Already a complex take on a classic southern staple, but when paired with the sweet and punchy side of pepper mustard, this staple becomes something entirely unique. I think this one might induce cravings in my future. The house oysters can be prepared in a variety of ways, including steamed, grilled, roasted, casino, jerk, or with tomatillo mole. Personally, I prefer raw, and I went with the yuzu green peppercorn sauce. The mixture of oyster liquor, already a natural kind of sweet, along with the thicker, sweeter yuzu sauce, shocks your sugar receptors, but then immediately you're hit right in the nasal cavity with a sharp, peppery punch. The created complex flavor starts with an initial, almost pine-like note that gives way to a peppercorn aftertaste that once subsided leaves you with a clean, briny, residual hint of the sea that lingers until followed by food or drink. Now comes our dinner course and the star of the show, a deconstructed chicken prepared 3 ways, consisting of fried deboned thighs, charred breast, and chicken salad. The aptly named The Whole Chicken Dinner also includes biscuits, house-made dill pickles, and includes a side of sunchoke hot sauce as well as a side of gravy. This incredible feast for the senses is presented on a giant wooden bowl complete with Lazy Susan for efficient sharing. Let's break this down. Fried chicken thighs, light and crispy, a practically fluffy outer coating, not a hint of outward grease, but not at all dry. There's just enough moisture under the skin to allow a perfect transition from the outer crunch to its tender, inner, meaty body. These feel like the most controlled and scrutinized fried to perfection anything I have ever eaten. Not overly salty nor overly spiced, the flavor is quintessentially southern with the sweetness of buttermilk and an herb combination that creates a savory bomb of mouth-filling delight. Next, the charred chicken breast. This is the one that truly knocked our socks off. The breast meat is so moist you could cut it with a spoon, yet the outer charred skin retains a bit of that crackling texture. The flavor of the meat is unlike anything I've ever tasted. You get a hint of the char, followed by strong notes of chamomile that give way to a light, briny essence. The cut literally melts in your mouth. This alone was worth the trip. Its uniqueness ensures that I'm definitely planning a return visit. The 2 side sauces pair well with either of your cuts. The gravy has a natural chicken flavor to it. Its body adds a bit of heartiness to your bite, while the hot sauce has a mild vinegar plume that can add a sour tang if you so prefer. Honestly, the chicken stands so tall that neither are truly needed. Onto the biscuits. Fluffy, tender, with a bit of flake on the outer crumb, these biscuits have a hearty wheat-forward taste. They pair beautifully with the additional honey butter, and most importantly, they provide a dutiful delivery surface for our last main dish. The chicken salad. The chicken salad takes all the flavors of the marinated chicken breast and combines them into a traditional southern mayonnaise-based salad spread, complete with bits of celery for that imperative and expected crunch. With this one, you pretty much know exactly what you're going to get. Classic chicken salad, but with that enhanced flavor profile of Brochu's chicken. The best part about this being on the meal is that you will most likely take it home and look forward to eating it for lunch the next day. Lastly, we have our dessert course, banana pudding. Banana pudding is kind of a big deal here in Savannah, and everyone is always claiming to have the best. And just like everything else served tonight, this one is sensational. Containing bourbon bananas with a Nilla wafer undercarriage. Classic, iconic, artfully prepared, and a perfect way to end such a savory meal. If you find yourself in Savannah and want to experience a world-class taste of the South, heading down to Brochu's is worth the trip. Overall, it's clear why Brochu's was out here turning so many heads. Clearly, they got to their stomachs first.